This week on the Beyond Worlds podcast, we have a chat about Monster Hunter Wilds. We did not finish our reviews of that.
So yeah, a bit more of an in-depth look into what we think now. It's a month on since release, and we've had some updates. So come and join us.
In another world.
Hello and welcome back to the Beyond Worlds podcast. I'm Beyond Joe.
I'm Steven. How are we doing this week? Still broken, but less broken inside.
Yeah, broken is mending, and yeah, feeling okay. Had a week off work now, so officially it's been a week since Jackson. I'm definitely feeling more confident with moving it around and stuff like this. Like, it hurts still, but it's gonna. Like, I can't stop that side of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Few breaks. It's not.
No.
It's not really fun. And it elbow and wrist as well. Still.
Yeah.
Fucking the two places you pretty much move the most with your arm.
Yeah, it does feel that way at least. But yeah, and one downside is I thought I might be able to, if you heal up quick, maybe I can start trying to lift some weights and stuff. But I've been told absolutely no circumstance to lift anything for 2 months. And then from then build it up again. And I don't want to get in a situation where I cause myself serious damage and then can't do it. So 1 week in to my 8-week journey.
That was something I always said Eddie was wrong with. He would still work out injured and go skating injured. You're not fixed it.
Yeah.
You've got 2 more things since the last one. But
it's hard, isn't it?
Man's got to skate.
Well, this is it. They were quite specific. They said don't lift anything. They never mentioned my left arm. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to get massively hench on my left now. Just do bicycles.
But are you equally strong on both?
No, left's a bit weaker. So this could be the time I catch up.
Good to... But then you come back and the right will come back easier because it was there.
They do say that, don't they? That if something's there, it comes back. So.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So that's my little update. Still fighting along and getting on with it. One thing I haven't been able to do, which really sucks, and I'm really really missing, is realistically play video games. It's something that I think I'm gonna start trying. I'd really like to try and get our gameplay together. I've really missed playing games with you, dude.
It's been so, I said I was going to stream. I did Devil May Cry a little bit on a couple of days ago.
Saw that.
And then that was the day that I came back to playing it. I went for 20 minutes, and I was just bit that I just couldn't do, and I was sort of sleepy at the same time. And then I had a 5-hour nap. I never nap.
It's like me when I fell asleep streaming Silent Hill the first time. I just couldn't do it.
Part of it was rage quit as well. But when I stopped, I was like, "This is just, I'm too tired for this shit. Fuck this, I'm gonna."
But no. So Steven's been streamed Devil May Cry.
I've been, a little bit. I've got to Virgil.
Nice.
Virgil. He fucked me up a couple of times, but then I just Royal Guard clicked for 2 minutes, and I was pew pew pew, fucking everything, parrying all that shit. It was sweet. It was a sweet sweet fight. It came right down to the wire as well. He came back, and then it was slither a health each. No,
I absolutely love getting into that. They call it the flow, don't they, in video games, when you're just everything is going. But what I found is as soon as I go, oh, I've hit the flow, as soon as you become aware that it's happened.
Oh yeah. No,
as soon as you're aware you're doing wrong.
So. Yeah. At the end of the fight, he does get harder. He does more different moves, and those ones I hadn't seen yet because he beat me the 2 times he killed me. He beat me before I got to that point. So I was like, I can't remember what the fuck he does. It's just go ham with the fight and try and But it worked out.
Well, congrats that you're there, and I'm sure we'll get back to it. Obviously, with the Netflix adaptation, kind of want to get some real Devil May Cry back in there, expunge, the memories that you
I
had.
want to do all of them in what is considered chronological order for the
Oh, sick.
series. It's like 3, 1, 2, and 4 have swapped around
Oh,
where they
really?
take place. Yeah, so two either now takes place after 4 or after 5. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, it takes place between those
Okay.
two. Yeah.
Odd.
Also, you know the guy at the end of the anime,
Yeah.
that's the bad guy from 2.
Is it actually?
I'm 99% sure it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
They threw Lucia in there.
Yeah.
So one of the devil hunters they grabbed was the chick from 2, which
Yes.
was
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
because she's like super powerful too, or she's like a weird clone thing. Like how they managed to catch her.
yeah. Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
And weirdly, DC's Constantine, shortly after that grab, they grabbed as well. So there's a couple of
I
weird.
thought that was him. I was, wait a minute. When he started speaking English, it's like, wait, what? But Constantine's badass, so that's cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, Constantine's legendary.
That would be a fun chat, Constantine and Dante. Just Constantine would get so pissed off. It was so funny.
But we kept talking about video games. Well, we talk about video games a lot, and we kept talking about one, and we never wanted to fully lock down our thoughts on it, and that was Monster Hunter Wild. So it's been just over a month. It came out February 28th, and we've now been sat with Wilds for quite a while. And I think it's a good opportunity now. So the game has had its first update, first of what we assume will be many. But thought this might be a good opportunity to sit down, get our thoughts. Obviously, you've heard a lot about what we think throughout various podcasts, but really what we think. Have a look at what's coming out in the future. And I think it's a really great, speaking point for yourself, because we've mentioned it before in the podcast, but you've platinumed it now. You've done technically everything accomplishment-wise to do.
I'm really happy they didn't add catching the endemic life. Like getting all the rare ones out. I can't be bothered running around grabbing bugs. That was some of the little trophies for that in Wild, and that probably
Yeah, they nailed it just enough right with Endemic Life, because you have to get to a point of getting one of the rarest ones to get the trophy. Which, again, if I tried to do legit, that little golden shooting star mouse was driving me insane.
That wasn't so bad. There's some other ones that just don't appear. There's some other, there's lots of stuff. There's so many things. There's things I haven't even seen some of them.
I love that about it, though. That there's just this underlying layer of life going on in a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, it's just kind of what they're going for with the mainline console games is have it be environment based. Because they tried it with Wild, but was not as successfully. And this, it probably feels like you're like Monster Hunter Safari.
It does, yeah. I think that's a really good way of explaining it. That safari aspect is really cool.
But that's how I felt the whole time. Like, here, you killed everything on these ones? Oh, we ain't been here for 1,000 years. Go that way. All right, cool. Let's go bonk more things.
I wonder, do you know what your rank is at this point? How many hours you've put in?
No, I don't. I haven't looked in a while.
But your rank, you hit 200, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh, my hunter rank. Yeah, I hit 200. I'll be like 201 or 202.
Yeah, I think
I played again after the last time we played.
Yeah, I just hit 70. So that was just over would have been just over a week ago now. I think we played on the Friday or the Saturday before the accident. So getting on for 2 weeks. But with that, you've obviously played a lot of it. You've completed all the achievements, as we said. What sort of score would you give it coming out the other end now?
9 out of 10.
Okay.
Easy. Yeah, 9 out of 10 for sure. Across as a general review, there's bits that I've put higher and maybe a bit lower, but I'd say it probably average out at a 9.
What were some of those bits that would make it go higher for you? What are the really stand-out points this game?
I really like the weather system stuff, and like different monsters coming out at different times of day. They really nailed the ecology side of the game, which is what, like I said, which is what the console. I'm pointing down at my PS5 every time I say console, and no one can see my fucking PlayStation. Um, because that's what they're going for with this, with the console games. They hit their target and really well. I thought. You know, just different weather patterns and different stuff happening, different times, and how it all cycled through. It didn't feel like you don't have to. You can do your resting at camp and swap the times, but
Yeah.
you can also just be in one of the areas for ages, just going from monster to monster if you really wanted to. Like, we didn't explore too much of it in World, but the guiding lands is like that.
Yeah.
But like every little bit of map all smushed into one. Um, but Wilds has succeeded very much so in making that a game in itself. I really appreciate. Makes it feel like a real world.
Yeah, it really, really does, doesn't it? And I think as well, like you said, the endemic life, the NPCs, that whole thing adds to that. Um,
Yeah,
it really,
yeah,
really does.
absolutely. Like
But,
people were a bit funny with the story, weren't they? Like for some early stuff, and it was just like, I mean, for their first attempt to put it, well, second attempt, the Rises tries it a little bit. Rise's story was a bit naff, but Wilds they did a good job,
mm,
really. In all honesty, I really liked it.
yeah,
Again, a nice narrative. It kept the flow of the game going really well.
yeah. Without any shadow of doubt, I would say that the
Mm.
story, that first playthrough, is one of the reasons why I rate it so highly, because it just eases you in. You feel really
Yeah,
overpowered. You feel like a badass. Constantly improving your gear. It shows you really simply, and all the gear is really easy to craft because they want you to just get that first lot of gear,
yeah,
experiment, try different things. You don't need to kill stuff once or twice, and it's like, oh, here's all the gear. Um,
yeah. Basically,
but that's all with the purpose in my eyes of setting you up for the end game,
yeah,
which has been fun. It really has.
yeah, for sure. It's been quite long searching for crowns, but that's always going to be a long thing to do. But
Yeah.
even now, I've got a set of nearly all I'm pretty sure I've got a set of all the final armors. But even though they're maxed out, I still could go into a hunt and still get fucked up very easily just because you're not paying attention. So,
Yeah.
or you try to be too Rambo because you think you're sick. Like, oh no, wait, uh,
Well, yeah.
um, yeah,
We noticed that going into, so there's been the new update. It
yeah.
dropped
Title update one,
start of April, was it?
3rd of April, 3rd or
So
4th,
yeah, 2 weeks ago,
between the
basically.
3rd and 4th, in that time.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, so it adds a one new monster. Technically, you can battle another monster, Zoshia, because you
yeah,
couldn't do that before.
yeah, that was you could only go and help low ranks do
Yeah.
that, and there wasn't any items from it, so they didn't even have low rank gear either, which
Um,
is a weird choice, but why not?
there was a reason, obviously, because they knew this was. They were like, let's
Yeah,
leave that one to give them something later on. And Tempered Raid Dow is there.
he's not available yet. He's coming
Okay,
at the end of the month. But
perfect.
they added Mizutsune
Yeah.
as the new monster, which is they did a cool thing with that. I don't know if you fought it. Did we fight it?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you damage its head and make it blind in one eye, it goes into Soul Seer mode, which is where, like the flaming bubbles came out, which
Oh.
is the variant of um, Mizutsune, blah blah blah. Yeah, it was cool. I thought it was a really cool way to incorporate sort of two monsters into one monster.
No, that
So
sounds. I didn't
that'd be sweet.
realise why it was starting on fire. I was just like, oh,
Yeah,
don't get a light. No.
yeah. If you hit its head enough and make it blind, I think it's either not. You can make it go blind essentially when you attack its head enough. The damage is across its eyes, so it's eyes will start glowing blue flame. And yeah, it's a it's a fun fight. That thing it's funny because the tempered version of that people were saying was destroying people more than Zoshia was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like just one shot into people. Yeah, also it does a backflip move where it'll very very quickly land on you, and yeah, it was
Dead.
one shot people. So many clips of just entire parties. They're like, oh.
Well, I did find it pretty straightforward, but then I had you that I was fighting with, which I definitely think massively helped out having someone with such high level gear, etc. And when it comes to Zoshia, without you, I would have died multiple times. But I didn't cut. But it's because you were there going, right, run to the back. Okay, do this. Okay, this one, don't worry about it. So you definitely took me through it. But it was still super fun.
That's the job of veteran hunters in Monster Hunter, is to bring new people into the game and make sure they have a good time playing it.
They must have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise you're not going to want to play anymore, right? You know, I got you to go through all the world and Iceborne. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, no, we can't fuck it up now.
Well, this is it, and now I've actually with the Zoshia, the new sort of update ones that you can fight whenever you want, sort of. With that guy, there's armor that I want to get, and there's a build I want to do now. So that's pretty cool. Because I haven't, up until this point, been like, oh, I want to get a build, I want to go for this, I want to try and get these decorations, etc. But I do have that. It's just very frustrating. It's come at a time where I can't easily play games.
That's okay. By the time, when you can, there'll be some new cool stuff.
Yeah.
Radal. I mean, you just get his armor just to layer it to look sweet.
Yeah. And I really enjoy Radar. That's a
that's
battle that I just think he's awesome. I love the electricity and stuff like that. It's just sick. I was going to call him a Mon then, but it is a monster, not a Digimon or a Pokemon, just a Mon. Just to
monsters, right?
draw back a bit. You obviously say there were some things that brought up above a 9, some things you really enjoyed, and we've sort of touched on some of those. What do you feel brought it down? What points were, and not to get super negative, but it's good to have a well-rounded view of something.
There's a few, some of the changes to weapons were lame.
Okay.
Hammers, they're fun. I'll bonk anything, so I don't give a shit. But they missed the mark on a few weapons, which they always do. So it's always sort of a criticism of it's hard to get everything right with the weapons because there's 14 weapon types.
Yeah.
But if you've been one of the lead designers in one of the demos where they all played together on stage, he was a hammer main, and you think they play enough, you're like, this is a bit undertuned. Bowguns, super undertuned, and then some weapons have just, the additions to their kit have just made them absolutely insane. Like sword and shield are crazy good.
Oh really?
Anything with a shield is insane. Like insect glaives got some gnarly new shit. But hunting horns, crazy. Lances, you just don't die anymore. I mean, you didn't die before, but you don't die with a big stick you can hit. Gun lance is insane now. I stopped playing gun lance because I felt too strong. I'm just not dying, and everybody's dying. Which is what you want to do, but I want it to be a bit of a challenge. I wanted to gun lance main to start with, and then I'm just too strong. I'm just not dying. I clicked with the weapon totally. Because it was too much. It was too much fun to carry on being that much fun. It was going to make it get boring for me, so I had to swap to something else.
That is a good move.
But my favourite weapon types are heavy bowguns, and they feel nerfed a lot. You can basically play Pierce. You can't use all the ammo types to their full advantage, really. I don't think. And they took away one of the most essential gunning skills, which was spare shot. So you had a chance to not use your ammo.
Huh.
Which nerfs a lot of stuff. And it just They felt a bit unfun to begin with, but now at the end, now that's there. I'll just play them. But weapon tuning, like 3 of my favorite weapons weren't nowhere near as good as they should be. Like hammers, I'm especially a little salty about. It's like loads of weapons have got cool offset attacks.
Yeah.
So I think I've mentioned. So like if you're attacking while the monster's attacking with an offset attack, you bash it away. Hammer has one, and you have to, and it's in the right at the end of a combo, so you can't like keep it there. You can't. It's not like ready to use at any time. You have to go through part of the combo to do it. I really, really missed the step and very, very obvious. But come on, man, let me just golf swing something away. You know.
Yeah.
But I think as well, they learned from Rise and from World, where heavy bow guns in World, insane. Hammers in Rise are meant to be really, really good. Like super strong. Other weapons obviously very strong as well, but I think maybe they undertune things on purpose.
Yeah.
But then why leave some certain other things so overtuned?
I guess by under.
Hammers are getting an update though, so it brings it up now. They actually recognise addressed it, and they're like, "Yeah, we know, we're doing something."
Yeah. With all games, when you start tuning, right, it's a fine tuning thing because once you tune one thing, you overtune or undertune, detune the other part, and that's why they call it fine tuning because you have to go in and fix one thing that breaks the other thing. That's well, let's bring it. Yeah, you can end up with a game that has just totally nerfed crappy weapons that aren't fun. So try to find that balance, right, of make sure they're fun, but not the only weapon people are going to use.
At the end of the day, it's a detractor, but it's a constant Monster Hunter detractor. There's always weapons that just perform better, so it's sort of an expected one. I wasn't expecting the other one I had was it was very easy, and I know low rank. I said this before. Like, low rank should be not hard, but high rank, what I don't think it's been very hard either. I think on a solo mission, I think I've carted failed a mission once. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you are a highly experienced player.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And what you can do with your hunter is so good. Like, your reaction times and being able to move and block and do stuff is really, really good in this game. But I still think it was a bit too easy. And which is why... the new monsters are very hard, and Arch-Tempered Great Owl, when that comes out, that's going to be insane. There's going to be one-shots for days. But I still think they could have tuned up some of the stuff towards the end. Gorm Magala was, a tempered version of him is pretty tough, but it's just because his moves are a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
The explosions happen behind you, not in front of you. But...
No, I think what they missed, and I have a feeling they pulled it out. So it feels to me like Zoshia was that. That would be the final. Do you know what I mean? Like the last strong monster from the game, from what the base game had. For any updates, they would have had another Zoshia, which was the Zoshia that we fought, and that you could keep going back to. That was just like a harder fight that people caught out. Wrigley, that sort of thing, and they seem to have just pushed it back so that it's a new way of releasing games, right? Drip feeding you content, keep you coming back.
Yeah, I mean, game as a service sort of thing. But Arkveld, I felt was a good place to finish the story because the story was all about Arkveld, I guess. But, I don't know, just the end didn't. It didn't feel like an end. I don't know. It was weird. But again, that's just it's storytelling as well. Capcom don't storytell a monster hunter too much. So that's a bit difficult. But I still do think it was an easy game.
Yeah. Base game is I'd love to get someone's perspective. If you are one of these people, please let us know. Who hadn't played a Monster Hunter game, this was their first. How easy did they find it? Because
I have looked into it, and it definitely is a veteran thing. I haven't played them. You know what to do. You're
Yeah.
not learning what to do. But yeah, and it I just say like this. There is that, and there are people that I've read other reviews on and forum posts and stuff. That said, I mean, no, it's not easy. No, no, no. I'm like, cool. That that's cool. Great. If you know, I lost my word to say. So it's not easy for newcomers, but which I appreciate because it helps. It sort of gives them an idea of what to expect later on. But I'd have liked the release endgame to have had some more difficult content.
I think it's a totally valid, criticism. But obviously, like you said, isn't that much of a criticism that's going to drag the game down to like a lower
No,
score
oh
for
no,
you.
not at all.
It just stops it from being a perfect game, which is totally understandable.
Yeah,
Because again,
that's because I have to take those away because otherwise it would be perfect. Pretty
yeah,
much for me.
and a perfect game, I think, but the difference between a 9 and a 10 in people's eyes is like genuinely how you sort of vibe with the game. Like if
Yeah,
you're just
yeah,
totally
absolutely.
obsessively obsessed, and a game that for all intents and purposes could be like a 6, could be a 10 to you because it's what
Yeah.
you feel about a game. And for me, yeah, it definitely between a 9 and a 10. I think the only thing that keeps me away from that top spot is just the amount of time that it does require, and it totally makes sense. So it's just that sort of personal thing that it is then grindy at the end. And there's plenty to grind, but it is just a grind. And as it stands, all that ranking up and all that stuff, as soon as the major first big, it's knowing that it's going to sort of be for nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's for this lot of content. Once this base first year or
Yeah.
two, whatever is done, you start again. And that's hard for me to know that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it depends how they run it. I suppose because yeah, I mean it is sort of starting again, but there'll be a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, and I guess
Um,
decorations and stuff will.
yeah, I mean the thing it's weird to because we haven't experienced it on Monster Hunter going through its development and updates into the DLC. I bought like Rise and Sunbreak. I played after they're both finally finished being released. Same with Wild and Iceborne. So I think it'll be a different journey
Hmm.
because you're experiencing it in real time, whereas before it's sort of all in one go. Um, which is, I think, for me, I didn't think about it, to your point. It
The
might start again. I think that's just because playing so many Monster Hunters, you get to high rank, you get to high rank, you get to G rank, it's just starting again.
yeah,
So I think that's just a thing that's resigned in my brain.
um,
So I don't think about that.
but I mean, it doesn't detract it hugely. Like I say, it's just there's a couple of things that for me stop it from being perfect. If that makes sense.
Mm.
But I do think it is as close to perfect as I'd want it to be. I never imagined it would be this good. Never imagined I'd have this much fun with it. And that was after playing through World. It has
Yeah.
overcome any expectations I had by leaps and bounds from the previous games. Just that's just how I feel about it, and it's just an opinion. And also, the release schedule I do find really exciting. Like I like that me and you are going to be able to jump in, touch base with this
Yeah.
game every couple of months. Jump in for a couple of sessions, get the new stuff, kill it, get the new upgrades. I'm excited about what the year's got to come ahead. And there's lots of stuff like you said over at the start of the cast, didn't you? Like future things that are coming ahead, and there's stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's not just like here's the game, see you later. They've planned
They,
a
they do that. So the story will sort of continue a little bit as well.
oh
So, because it's sort of, it doesn't do much of it, but it will where you've got to be HR 50 to do something. There'll be another one. Guarantee there'll be a HR 100 final requirement monster, and they'll lock it those things behind having done previous content. So like at the moment on Rise, I finished the base game, but I still have to finish the base game story because I haven't fought any of the Elder Dragons yet. So, although I've gone into Master rank, I have to get my Hunter rank up to do stuff. I think it's the same for Iceborne, it was the same. They lock stuff behind your master rank, and then having your guiding lands to a certain level to get new monsters. So I think that they will introduce some sort of more locked content maybe. But as hard as Hunter rank being super easy to get now.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that because it's the first time that my hunter rank has sort of just been steadily growing. So that got in my head just then when you mentioned it. I was like, oh, I have to get to 100 then. So we're like 20 levels to go. And I was always going to.
There is already content locked behind HR100.
Oh.
I mean, it's the decoration person, the person you can go to meld decorations with the low ones. When you get to HR100, it expands what you can make.
Huh. Cool.
There's some that you can only obtain from missions, but like the level 1 and level 2 stuff. So at the moment, you'll probably just have level 1 decorations, but you'll be able to craft level 2 ones. So level 3 ones are the ones that you have to make, like get from missions.
That's cool.
You can meld them, but they're random. You can't make specific level 3.
Did you get anything for hitting Hunter rank 200?
I think maybe some titles, probably.
Okay. Standard, that's fair. That isn't it? Like, God, that rank is just going to go through the roof by the time.
I really like how they brought back like titles and stuff for monster kills. I don't really mess around with my guild card too much in World, but that was something from the Freedom days that you used to have to kill 10 of a monster, 20 of a monster, 50 different titles for it. Like the 50 title would be something gnarly sometimes. Like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but they'd just be the coolest title. It would be something super abstract, but would relate to the monster. And so I like that they brought that sort of stuff back.
That is really cool. Yeah, I haven't touched the title stuff yet, but then I also haven't gone online other than playing with you. That is the next step on my trophy hunt, is to get some online battles done and then look at some guild cards. But that'll be a ways off yet. But I'm excited to do that as well. And that's something else to bear in mind, is that I'm at rank 75-ish, done most of the optional quests, I think. I don't know if there's more, maybe will pop up. But it is just that grindy sort of section. And I haven't really taken it online other than with yourself. It's not like I'm not doing any of the calling people in. I'm not going into people's games. That's a whole part of the game that I've not touched on, which could bring it up or down, in fairness. But
one thing I like that the support hunters are quite nice. So if you want to SOS and not play with people but still have people there, you can make it. You can change the setting so that only the support hunters come. I really like that.
It is nice they've done that. I've heard of some people really struggling with some higher rank people coming into their games and stuff. Where it's like a capture mission and like they'll get a group of people who are just trolling. They'll be like, HR200, come in, kill the monster real quick and then just leave. It's like, great, thanks for that. That's what I needed.
The biggest, capture missions normally do say, I suppose, some people are different like that.
Yeah,
one thing that I saw the biggest complaint about was people just like coming into a mission, binoculars, not gold crown, bye.
Oh, really?
That happens a lot. I'll admit I've done it a couple of times, but it was like when you killed like 15 shogunas in a row just looking for a little tiny one, and it'd be just
Yeah. No, well, and the thing is though, in terms of that, can't that player just put up another flare? It's not like you've taken a spot. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you popping in and out.
I was joining, and if it's a gold, if it was a gold large crown, I would jump out because I've already got it, and it gives someone else the chance to get it. It's not that it wasn't a miniature one, because the middle-sized ones, I was just like, oh fuck it, we'll just kill it. Because why not? But if it was a gold crown and I already had a gold crown, I'd jump out because I had it.
Yeah. No. It's I don't think there's anything wrong with jumping in and jumping out of games. Like that's, I think, just a bit of a odd complaint from people.
But I can understand why a little bit. You think someone's on the way to help, and it will kick out your support hunters. So if you've got
okay, yeah, that would be frustrating.
Join, all your support hunters have then gone, and then they come and look at the monster, and
then leave, and then you're
getting frustrating. But I only ever post got big and small crowns because that's what people want. So
Yeah.
fuck it. Or if it's got super duper mega rewards.
But I wish that is the one thing that I think if you've used the binoculars on a monster, it should tag it as a crown in the quest, just somewhere,
Yeah,
so
maybe
you.
on the map or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think that would also make it too easy.
but when you've already seen the monster, do you know? If you've gone and
You
got it,
have
added it to your thing, you should be able to
to then
tag
use
it.
it. Yeah, I suppose maybe if you paintball it.
Yeah.
So you should have to do something to make the other people aware. I don't know.
But yeah, just something that it doesn't even have to be for everyone else. It could just be for you. Because I've looked through my quest before and been like, crown. Like it's hard to remember. There's nothing that shows you.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just a way to tag it.
I don't have uh, gold crown things are the only things I'll save unless it's got crazy rewards and it's double or something. So
But that's your way of knowing.
Why do I have a non-tempered one Pokeballs? Oh, okay, it's got to be right. Did I get this one? Alright, sweet. But again, that's my brain. That's how I process that. But,
No, that's fair. But that's your method of doing it. So I mean, that is your way of doing it. But I was saving loads of tempered monsters as well to rank up HR. So it was just like, oh, okay, if it's not tempered, then I'm assuming it's a crown. But then have I accidentally just added this to a thing that I don't know. Yeah, so for me, that would be another little area of improvement. In terms of the future content, is there anything that's got you really excited?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your floor, sir.
So the title update 2, they're bringing back Logania. So that's gonna be super sweet.
From World.
No, so this is. I think it might be in Rise, but no, it's in 4U, but it's in Generations Ultimate for sure. But it's the title monster from Try.
Okay.
So people are like excited that maybe that means when the expansion drops, you might get underwater combat.
That would be really cool.
I think that would be gnarly. And also, so him just because that means the community can shut up about it. Coming back. And so in title update 4, supposedly confirmed, is Gogmazios. Have you ever seen a Gogmazios?
No.
It's a siege monster.
Oh.
And it is made of oil.
A siege monster made of oil.
So it's like it is an elder dragon, so it's huge. So like in the old games, you'd fight it in a fort. So think about like it'd be like the Fatalis Arena but bigger.
Yeah.
And you'd have to like stop it from breaking a fence or something. And it's this huge thing, and it's just like dripping with tar. And when I saw the oil well basin, I was like, shit. Like, I mean, it's there, so it's there for a reason. And yeah, so he's in the game, and he's just a really cool monster. That's going to be gnarly mechanics, and I'm looking forward to that. And then supposedly as well, that this one isn't confirmed, but Shengal Ren, which is what's a Hermitaur's room? No, they weren't in Rise. So this is like a crab monster.
Okay.
Some crab monsters in Monster Hunter games. They're normally just like the standard monster types. Like they're all hermit crabs, so they'll like use skulls as their shells. This is the biggest one of them, and there's a monster called a Loshanlun, which is like a mountain-sized thing, and it uses that thing's skull as its little shell. It's the data file for the monster. Each monster is assigned a number, and his monster number is in the game.
Okay, so pretty much.
But there's no other stuff for him, and then there's just Seregios is coming as well. He's a cool one. I really enjoyed him when I first bought him. So just the fact that yeah, bringing more monsters. I'm just all looking forward to it.
And most of this stuff is the sort of stuff you've mentioned is only taking us to like October time, right? Is there anything for
Yeah, so
2026?
we got summer. Summer update is Leganius and going to be Arch Tempered Whaley Boy.
Yeah.
There might be maybe something else might come in that as well. We don't know that one yet. There's no data.
No.
In the data mine. So people do. And you got late summer, early fall will be Seregios and tempered Squiddy Boy.
Yeah.
And then Gogmagios will be winter for title update 4, but there is potentially a 5th title update as well.
Yeah, there'll be like so winter. I'd say is probably like October or so, is it? October, November.
Yeah, probably.
And hopefully we'll get like a
probably
Christmas one.
November, because October would still be, because they'll do it like 4. So October will be
Yeah.
They'll have a spooky festival going
Yes.
on.
Put on the spooks.
And yeah, there might be a new Guardian monster added as well. So,
They're cool, aren't they? It's just the same as a normal monster, but now it's Guardianed. Stronger.
But what people are sort of hoping is that, you know how how Jindahad's like little symbol appears above the map, and you can go to fight him. Zoshir does the same thing. People are hoping that there's going to be one of them for every area.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
So yeah, so you'd have Gogmazios would be in the
Swamp.
oil basin. So then you've got the jungle and the desert still, but something else may be cool. So desert might be the Shengar Ren crab, but that could also be the forest.
Yeah.
Or the water. And maybe we might get one of the big whales as well.
Yeah. That would be pretty sweet.
What I would like is them to add a sort of Zoshia and Jindahad are sort of siege monsters, I guess, is how they're doing them.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that then maybe they'll add one per area, and then maybe we might get one super mega one.
No, that'd be
like,
really cool.
wide. Because the gathering hub is huge. You can have 100 people in one gathering hub. So if there's a siege sort of style like there was with Safijiva and Kultaroth from World, they required everybody on the server to be fighting it.
That's nuts, isn't it?
To progress it well. Yeah. Well, not everybody, but you could form multiple parties and join the siege of that monster.
That sounds really cool.
That'd be super cool. Interesting to see what they do with that.
Lots to look forward to. It's exciting. It really, really is.
Definitely. Yeah. They've smashed it. Smashed out of the park with this one. Yeah. And it's made me even more excited to see what the next portable one will be.
Yeah, I'm up in the air with that, just because of the Switch 2 has kind of thrown up a lot of questions, because it's less portable than ever. So I'd just be really curious. Well, it's still portable. It's still a portable console, but in the sense of like you dock it, you get 4K, you get all the bonuses with that. So it's like docking it would be the best way to play Monster Hunter, if that makes sense. So then, how important? I'm just curious to see what happens.
Well, I suppose they don't. Say, graphics aren't as important on the portable games. It's more about them being played like that. So being able to take them out and play them. So I'll go.
Yeah.
I will faith in Monster Hunter.
I'm just curious if now will become their portable, and that they'll like do a new mobile Monster Hunter, and then the sort of switchy Monster Hunter becomes just it'll go in with the next lot of sort of Monster Hunter games. It'll be interesting, or they'll do what they have done.
That is what their cycle is, right? So it's its console, and then we'll get the DLC for Wilds before we get the portable game. But the portable game's being worked on already.
Okay.
They're two separate teams.
Yeah.
There's already a different Monster Hunter mobile game, not now.
Yes, there is, isn't there?
Outlanders or Outrunners or something like that.
You are right.
So that's in separate development as well. So What I'll be weirded out is if they try and make you like go mouse mode. That'd be weird.
My bet. Here you go. I've got it. Next Monster Hunter game. So there'll be the DLC, and then my bet is the next one is Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Oh, possibly.
I reckon they'll do another RPG, and that will be what they do going forward. They will draw back, and they'll have a mobile game, which is more like the Monster Hunter that we know. That's my little guess.
I don't think so. I think
Oh,
Stories is still a separate like IP within the Monster Hunter world. I think it's a different team that works on that as well. But
Come out, and I want to be wrong. I want another switchy, fun, colourful, stupid. You know what I mean? Like in between Monster Hunter Stories and Monster Hunter Wilds.
those games,
Brilliant.
those are the Monster Hunter games that I enjoy. Like realistically, I'm actually really enjoying Rise again because of the style of Monster Hunter is more akin to Freedom and Unite and stuff like that.
They're like arcadey, right? That's the sort of set because it's like get a mission, go out, do it, come back.
Yeah, that's what those games are like.
Yeah. Short, quick.
Wander around your village for 30 seconds and just go do the thing again because you haven't got enough monsters.
Yeah, and again, and again, and again.
Oh, you run out of money? Oh no, sorry, you can't go on any missions. Go sell your stuff. You have a farm. Well, you already have a farm, but it's just stuff like that. They're my favourite monster hunters.
Oh, no, that's good. And it will eventually, that one, come to a console, as we've seen. That's how they do it. So
I will have it on both again.
Although this is one question. I don't know if Rise ever came physical to PlayStation. Well, I'm curious to look into.
No, I think it's digital only.
Digital only. Yeah, as a physical collector, that one.
100%.
Monster Hunter is doing so great. Capcom. I think people really sometimes just don't acknowledge just how incredible they are. Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Street Fighter, fucking Monster Hunter. Mega Man back in the day, not so much now. But this is a company that have excelled time and time again. And right now, I really think are just sitting there quietly laughing their asses off with just how well they're doing. While no one is calling out Capcom, and but as far as I'm aware, I've not heard people being like, "Oh, shitty working," blah blah blah. It just seems to be doing great. They're making games. Yeah, everyone's happy.
They feel like a company that's like, "Oh, just crack on. We know you're going to do a good job." And if they don't, it's like, "Oh well, there's 7 other IPs that we could." Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Try again.
But yeah, I really hope that they bring out a new Devil May Cry. That's the one thing from Capcom that I think. And when I say new, I'd like a remake. That's we've talked about it before, but that's what I'd really like instead of a Devil May Cry 6.
Yeah. I could dig a remake.
Just for the fun.
I suppose either that, or it would have to be in the style of 4 again, and you'd have to play as Nero. Which is cool, but
I never gone past 3, so that's something I need to do.
Oh,
yeah, really need to do.
4's a good one. 4's really good.
So, they are on my list of hunting for games.
Great as well.
That was the last one, right? 5.
Yeah.
Frustratingly, it shot up in price recently. That will be the Amazon, not Amazon, Netflix. Trigger. So I'll wait.
I'm happy the HD trilogy was on sale just before. Yes, £8. Yes.
Yeah. When I picked up for a tenner, I thought it was a bargain, physical, and then it's just gone through the roof. It just
but it was $25 a month. I was looking at it every month. I was like, is it?
Well, I always say
Sony at that point, not Capcom. So,
if you like something,
4 times already.
Add it to your wish list, add it to your basket, and just keep checking back. Don't pay full price anymore. It's not worth it. No. There's always another game to play today, and you can play that full price game too. So, yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add on our Monster Hunter Rise little touch in? Cool.
No, I think it's covered.
No. It's been lovely talking to you about it. We haven't touched base on Rise in a while, just in the sense that we're both like, yeah, but to actually sit down and be like, well, why? Like, what is it? What don't you like? What could be better? What are you looking forward to? So yeah, bring on more. Bring it all on. All in and around my face.
10 days till I die more.
10 days to use it.
Well, that's when Ray Dallas coming out.
Oh, cool.
Upgrade one. So
Brilliant.
that should
Well,
be- I gotta get some skills back. It'll be good.
fingers crossed my little fingies will let me get through that fight. And if not, we'll definitely try.
You could play a gun because then you just got to pull one trigger.
Yeah, except I can't play guns. So if I'd known how to play guns, I could play a gun. But to try and learn how to play a gun, probably.
Yeah, they're surprisingly easy. You shoot with one type of ammo, and then when your little bar is full, you push circle and you shoot like a minigun, and then you fill up that bar again and you go minigun mode again. And, yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll give it a go. That could be my secondary, can't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if not, jump on my dog and be like, give me my great sword back. But yeah. Yeah, as I said, I hope you liked this episode. More to come. Until next time, I've been Beyond Joe.
Still Stephen here at the end.
And thank you for joining us.
In Monster Hunter Wilds Review Worlds.